Hi you guys, I'm Kendra. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to share with you guys today my 5 biggest mistakes as a mother. I'm also going to show you this makeup look so that it kind of keeps things a little bit interesting while I'm sharing my 5 biggest motherhood mistakes with you guys. I'm being real honest, real vulnerable. I have a motherhood group called Real Mother and I've shared a lot of these in there, but I wanted to go ahead and share them with you guys here too because first off, they're funny like in hindsight, but second, because I just want you to feel normal if you're a mom that you are going to have days and moments where you mess up as a mom and you are not abnormal. Trust me, like it's a total normal thing to have scary moments and like moments you're not like super proud of as a mom. And I think that what we do oftentimes is we are constantly putting our best foot forward, and it's easy to judge other moms and think like, oh, I'm better than you because I've never done da 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 da. No, we've all made like seriously crappy mistakes as moms. And so I'm gonna share with you guys my 5 in hopes that you feel like a little bit better about yourself and also to know that you're not alone. So, all right, love you guys and I'm excited to show you guys this look as well. Let's get started. I have my coffee. Cheers. We're gonna do this, boo-boo. I'm gonna take my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer and I'm gonna put it directly onto my eyes. Not onto my eyes, but onto the eyelids. Onto the lids of my eyes. Put it on, slather it on, girl. My first biggest mistake as a mom was one time when Zariah was like a year. I was walking with her in the grocery store and we had our stroller or whatever, and we're gonna use Bone right here because Bone. See it? It's so pretty. I'm using the Beauty Counter palette. This one is called Statement, and it's one of my favorite palettes. It's really pretty, especially this color right here, just because it's, I don't know, I've never really seen a color quite that pretty. It's gorgeous. She was in the buggy, in the stroller, and I was just walking in the grocery store, and all of a sudden I felt this like bump. And I was like, what the heck? And then I heard this crying. Oh, what did I do? She fell out of the stroller and then I ran over her with the stroller. So that was fun. My second mommy mistake was when Wyatt was 2 years old, he decided to stack some Tupperware at 4 a.m. and escape the house. So we have beepers all over the doors and stuff so you can hear it if someone's coming in and out. But it was 4 a.m. and you don't really think that someone is gonna be sneaking out of your house, especially like a 2-year-old. Yeah, he snuck out of the house at 4 a.m. and it was very scary. Our neighbor found him at 4 a.m. He was crying outside and like, I don't know, it was horrifying. I'm so thankful that she found him because we would have been anything could have happened. So now we have latches all over the house. Our oldest daughters were not escape artists. Like that was never something that I had to worry about, but this kid, he's crazy. Go back into the color, the same exact color, and I'm gonna use it right in the contour of my eye. By the way, I felt so much better because in the motherhood group that I have, so many moms were like, oh my gosh, that happened to me. Maybe not at 4 a.m., you know, but like other times like, oh, my kid escaped. I think that that's one of the scariest things because anything can happen. I mean, your child can be abducted, like they can get ran over by a car. I mean, anything can happen, and that's like the worst nightmare as a mom. You guys, I totally just messed that up. I used Crown on my eyes, but now we're gonna use Bone. Put this right underneath your brow bone. I haven't even done my brows yet, so we'll get to that in a second. I'm using the same brush because I'm lazy and I don't want to get another one out. Although I do have another one out, I just haven't grabbed it. So my third biggest mom mistake was when Zariah, my oldest, she was maybe 2, We're gonna use Raven. I have this brush right here, so just use a little bit right here. So she had a fever, and I checked her temperature, and it said 108 degrees. And I was like, what the crap? My child is going to die immediately. So I called 911, and I was like bawling, and I put her in the bath because they said to like put her in the bath and lower her temperature, you know? And so I did that. She was just playing around and having a good old time. 911 dispatcher was like, is she seizuring? What is she doing? I'm like, well, she's just playing in the bath. Like she's not doing any of that. She's just playing. And she was like, well, are you sure? You know, like 108. And I was like, no, she's playing. But I really, truly in my soul thought my child was probably going to die. So paramedics show up at my house, firemen, the whole 9 yards, open up the door. I'm sobbing. My daughter's like butt booty naked. And I'm like thinking she's going to die. And they check her temperature, you guys, and it was 100.8, not 108, 100.8. That was super embarrassing. Cheers. I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit. So I didn't add anything else. I'm just using this brush right here, and I'm just blending everything together. Fourth, is it my fourth? Yeah, my fourth biggest motherhood mistake was, and this one is also scary, but Zariah is my oldest because this poor kid, like she was the first, so I was learning, man. I got 3 kids now, so I feel like a professional now, but before with number 1, it was like, fair game, girl. They didn't really have Pinterest or anything else. She's 8. That didn't exist. There wasn't any mommy groups. Like, it was just like, fight for your life kind of situation. I'm gonna go in with Raven again because I love that color, and I'm gonna put that right underneath my lower lash line. Zariah was probably like 2 months old. She was in her crib, and she was crying a ton, and I was exhausted. I'd been up with her like a ton trying to get her to go to sleep. You know, I'm not really super fan of the cry it out method. So what I did was she had finally fallen asleep, and I somehow like unplugged my monitor so I couldn't hear her. Lower lash line, but more towards the center. And then I woke up like what, for 4 hours later, and I was like, oh my gosh, I slept for 4 hours and I didn't wake up not even one flippin' time. And I panicked. I was like, oh my gosh, is my kid dead? Like, I haven't heard her crying, you know, like all the things that moms think about. I ran into her bedroom. I couldn't find her. She wasn't in her crib. I was like, where is my baby? Like, I don't know where she is, you guys. She was wedged between her, like the bumper that you put in cribs, or you used to put in cribs. Now they don't recommend it, but she was wedged between the crib and the bumper. Like, I don't know how she didn't suffocate. God must have like huge plans for her life because she didn't die. I never had a bumper again with any of my kids because that just scared the crap out of me. I held her and I bawled my eyes out. Like, I just felt like the worst mom of all flippin' time. Here we go. I gotta just do this first, otherwise it's going to be crazy. I can't like look in the camera and talk, and well, I guess I'm doing that right now. So when you're doing this, I would just start on the inside corner and then gradually go over to the outside edge. It just makes it a million times easier. Okay, so my 5th biggest mommy mistake, and there's like so many, but this one is actually kind of funny. Naomi, who's my middle child, she actually I haven't really messed her up too hardcore, so I feel really good about that, you know what I'm saying? But one day she was going to pre-K, and I had read something wrong, like on the calendar for what day it was. You know how they have like dress up day and stuff? So I totally sent her to school in like her Halloween outfit, thinking that they were dressing up for Halloween that day, like maybe like 3 or 4 days early. And Yeah, they like called me and they're like, yeah, sorry, you can't have her dress up for Halloween today. You need to come get her because we're not doing that. And I was like, oh my gosh. Speaking of like messing up the days, I've sent both of my girls to school in pajamas thinking that it was pajama day. Like, I don't know. I need to get a little bit more organized. Curl. And then you can put on your mascara. I'm gonna be using the CoverGirl Total Tease. I haven't done my brows yet, so don't worry. I know they look not great. What do I think about this mascara? I think that it's decent. I don't think it's the best thing that I've ever tried in my life from a drugstore, but it does give a lot of volume. I like this. I like the end of it. I think it's kind of cool. It's weird, but it does a good job of getting underneath your lash, like your lower lashes. Okay, other eye. And then we're gonna do our brows, and then we'll do our blush, and then we'll be done. And I wanna hear about your biggest mommy mistakes in the comments. I know you're not a perfect mom. None of us are. I got this brow gel from Osmosis, and it actually is pretty great. I like the end of the brush. It's just like super easy to use. I'm gonna do my blush, I'm gonna do my highlighter and my lips, girl, and we are good to go. I'm gonna be using Guava from Beauty Counter. A lot of people see this color and they're like, oh my gosh, that's so bright, but you guys, it's really beautiful. You barely have to use any of it. Just pop it onto the apples of your cheeks, like so. The next one is Dune, and this is also from Beauty Counter. It's just a really nice bronzer. It doesn't have sparkle in it. It just has a little bit of a glow. So we're gonna start at the top of our forehead and swing it underneath our cheekbones and then go down. I just like to wear it right above my cheekbone, down my nose, above my lip, on my chin, and like above my brows like that. And then I just take my fingers and I tap it in. I'm gonna do red lips today because I'm really feeling that vibe. And this is how I feel about red lips. I think that a lot of times we get really scared of wearing red lips, but can I just tell you something? That if you wanna wear red lips, wear them. If you wanna wear bright pink lips, wear the bright pink lips. You only live one time. Also, who cares what other people think? People are not walking around thinking, oh my gosh, she's wearing a red lipstick. Like, I can't look at her face anymore. No, they're like, dang girl, she looks good. Now, if you have it on your teeth, that's another story. That has happened to me a whole bunch. So don't get it on your teeth. Like, make sure you get that off. Using this is the Vice lipstick palette that I got, I don't know, last year or something. I'm gonna be using 714. I think that you can actually buy this shade. I hope you guys have a really great day. Don't forget to tell me in the comments what your biggest motherhood mistake was. I want to know. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace out.